My name is Jeff Redding. I'm a professor at Simon Fraser University in the Faculty of Health Sciences. I hold a research chair. It's the First Nations Health Authority chair in heart health and well-being. Obviously, the First Nations Health Authority sponsors the chair along with Simon Fraser University, Province Health Research Institute, and the Heart and Stroke Foundation of Canada. I'm First Nations. I'm very happy to be a visitor on Coast Salish territory. I'm from Ontario originally. I'm Mohawk from Tyendinaga First Nation.
And what do you like best about doing Indigenous research?
Well, I like mostly the people that I get to work with, and the idea that the work that we're doing can affect the lives of people, often people we never meet, because it happens to do with research evidence and policies that come out of that research. But I think it's quite rewarding to know that you're part of something that aims to improve the lives of people whose lives, have some challenges.
Do you have a particularly memorable moment doing Indigenous research?
Oh yes, like many opportunities that, most of my best memories doing research are the engagement with students. I find working with younger people to be quite rewarding for me as a person, because I get to, their enthusiasm and their intelligence and passion rubs off on an old guy like me.
Do you have any tips for grad students doing Indigenous research?
Yeah, I think it's really important to start off early with relationship building when you do the work that you're doing. Working with community is probably the most important relationship. There's a lot of other people within the academy that you can get to know and meet, but because it's Indigenous health research, you really need to focus on your community partners. And because without that, it's sort of artificial, and you need to kind of be prepared to listen to their perspectives, because what's relevant to communities is extremely important. We're working in service to community, and so often well-meaning intentions are a little off the mark, and so you need to validate your research through those mentorship networks, but also engaging with community to find relevance to their priorities.
Last question. What do you do day to day to be well as a researcher?
Well, as a person, I try to be physically active. I like to ski in the wintertime, and I have an electric bike, which I've been riding, power-assisted bike, which has got me on the road. I like to enjoy that. I try to stay active as much as possible, and I try to eat right. I don't smoke, and I hardly ever drink. So for my age, I think I'm doing pretty good. As a researcher, I like to keep up with all the latest research evidence that, to improve my own personal health.
Great. Any final words?
No, thank you for the opportunity. Anybody who's out there listening to this, I have an open door. Just send me an email and let's get to know each other, and we'll go out for coffee or tea and talk about your research interests. But welcome to the network, and I hope that you're successful in your research endeavors.
Great. Thanks, Jeff.
You're welcome.